never ready.
Am I sitting okay?
Okay, and Roman.
Okay, I'm going to ask you for your full name, and if you could just complete it in a full sentence with your job title, too.
Marian Oancea, I'm the quality control manager. Actually, it's called quality engineering manager.
And what does that mean? What do you do here?
What do I do here? It's a philosophical question. I'm managing a group of people that are in charge of keeping the quality of the product, mainly testing for different types of products.
What was your role when you started?
I started a while ago by duplicating 3.5 diskettes in the duplicating department that we had. It was a minimum wage job. It was my first job coming to California, just to pay the rent for a couple of weeks until I get the chance to find a real job.
What was your first role here at Smith Micro?
Just that, duplicating diskettes. But again, I was like a first job moving to California. I need something for a couple of weeks to pay the rent. And now we are 18 years later.
When was it that you started here?
94.
If you can answer with a full sentence, I started.
All right. I started in 1994, about 18 years ago.
How did you get the job?
As I said, I think it was an announcement placed with EDD. Again, I would have taken anything. I came in California without any money, so I needed anything. I was the lucky shot. The first thing I found by looking for a job. I think it was through EDD.
And who did you interview with?
I interviewed with Eric Kulai. He was the head of the production department at that time.
And how many people were working at Smith Micro at this time?
There were about 40 people when I started here, 40 or 50. Actually, the location was at the end of the Aliso Viejo Parkway. The wilderness will start just right after our parking lot here. It was a great vista point for having lunch and look at the quiet wilderness behind the parking lot. It's still a great vista point, but looking at the toll road cars and the thousands of houses you see. But at that point, it was really quiet and it was real wilderness.
So you were new to the country. Did you have any family or friends here when you came, or was that Smith Micro was your anchor?
Well, no, I didn't know too many people around when I came to California.
So did you have a lot of friends at work or from work too?
No, when I came, I didn't know anybody here, but yes, we became a family over the years. Of course, a great team, and I think, as I said, I think this is one of the company big values, being able to create a team environment.
So what kind of different responsibilities and positions have you had over the years at Smith Micro?
Over the years, I've done again a lot of things, but the focus was the quality of the product. Quality control, quality assurance was called quality control, and manager of the quality assurance group, quality engineering. Again, jobs that have to do with again maintaining or keeping the quality of our products. I've started, how I said before, at one point I was managing about 20, 30 people in charge of, testing and quality assurance for about 70-80% of the products we shipped, and that at that time I think the revenue was in over $100 million.
Are you happy with your career possibilities and opportunities you've had at Smith Micro?
Absolutely, sure. it was a great place to be. As I said, I came for a couple of weeks and ended up here after 18 years and still enjoying it. There are many reasons behind that. Again, there are technical challenges every day. The company evolved with the technology. We've been trying and we're still trying to be on top of the various technology that evolved. So we evolved together with the industry. We had to learn different things, and again, not only technically. There were a lot of challenges as far as business-wise. I think I learned a lot of things as far as how the business it's evolving. Also, we've been through the pain from being a private company to a public company. There are good things and bad things associated with that. So I've learned a lot about people, working with people. I get a chance to hire a lot of people in our department, and again, they are still here and enjoy working with them a lot. Again, and probably most of everything, we managed to create this. Sorry, give me a second. I lost my. So most of everything, I think I enjoy creating this environment where people can express themselves. They can bring idea, and they are listen. It's a very. I mean, you find that in all the books you can read about business. To create, in order to be successful, you need to have these ingredients. But very little company can put that together as Micro did. It's a mix of people personality, the environment, and maybe the technology also. But I think along the years we managed to walk that elusive fine line and be successful.
So the company had many ups and downs. Any thoughts of how we got through that?
Absolutely, the company had many ups and downs. We've been successful in selling fax software. I think at one point we were shipping with 70-80% of the boxes with modems in them, and after that technology went away. We try video conferencing. We were successful at video conferencing. Again, we're one of the first to have a very cool video conferencing product. We've been having products, on the internet, e-commerce, different other things, and it's always something new. Obviously, now we're riding the smartphones wave. We're trying to create products for smartphones and any new technology. We were, as small as we're pretty much involved in all the history of the wireless communication along the last 12 years or so.
So, in what way do you think the company has changed, even though we've been following the technology and been riding the wave? How has the company changed?
The company changed in many ways. One way is that we had to evolve with the technology. We had to go discover things or invent things or learn things with the technology. So in order to do that, we had to adapt and change. But obviously the company grew also, as numbers. So we had to adapt a little bit, our way of thinking. We had to create processes, create mechanisms in order for a lot of people to function in this environment. But overall, as I said, I think at least from my perspective, I think we maintain this really important, to me, balance between, being a big company and a small company, meaning in a way that, we still, and along the years, we've been that company that is small enough to be flexible, to adapt in different ways, but to be big enough to be taken seriously by the big companies like Verizon, HP, or Dell, or AT&T, or a lot. We can draw a lot of names that we had as our customers, but again, we maintain that fine line that really neat combination of who Smith Micro is in the end.
So you mentioned positive and negative things about being public listed. Can you mention anything specifically that you think is really good or that you don't like about it?
I can voice my opinion, but obviously, I mean, everyone knows that, as a public company, you have to report profit, quarter after quarter. That can deter some companies to look more into the future in a way. I mean, it's really hard for a company to say, okay, for 2 years I'm not going to be profitable because I'm going to invest in this kind of technology, and in 2 years I'll promise you I'll be better off. I don't see many people or many companies being able to do that. They're going to probably be punished by the market pretty quick because they're not profitable in the short term. So again, I think, Smith Micro went ahead, and our management team, I think, were great in kind of negotiating this. Yeah, there were ups and downs. They're absolutely there, and looking at the stock price, see that too. But we did recover in the past, and we for sure gonna recover this time too.
So how do you look at the culture of a company when you started, when there were less people, and before we were public listed? Has there been a lot of culture changes in the company?
As I said, overall, I think that spirit, in a way, prevailed. Yeah, there were, at point, people trying to force a certain process or a certain kind of, a lot more process-oriented, methodologies or policies and things like that. But in the end, again, I think what made us great is this, saying that too many times, this fine line between, what we can do as a small company and versus a big company, and also, again, this spirit of, voicing people ideas, no matter who they are in the company. It's really hard to write a process. Again, you can find books about it, but it's really hard to get it in the right proportion where you have managers with open doors. People can come and again voice their ideas or opinions, or and not only technical ideas, but about what the way we should do things or the other way. I mean, if that can be destroyed or abused in different ways. You can be an open door manager, but if 100 people will walk every 2 minutes and tell their opinion, you're not gonna get too successful of that. If no one will come and talk to you, that's again not a good thing. So, as I said, overall, we this group of people that I've been working with, again, managed somehow magically to keep this balance of, everyone is still, is pretty much can talk with our CTO or even Bill, and tell their opinion about the product, the technology, and idea, but also being mindful to not abuse somehow this process. Otherwise, it wouldn't work.
So, mention a technology or a product that you think is amazing that we have.
Well, I don't think. I don't really think that this company is built by one amazing product. I think it's built more in the in the smartness of finding the right solution for a customer. I think we're really listening to our customers and try to find a solution for them. And I think that's how we end up, in a way, inventing the connectivity manager, where no one saw a need for that kind of product. And there are a lot of examples along the way where, again, just by listening to our customers, our needs, and again, having great technical people and great business people, we're able to create a product for them that will help their hardware, let's say, to be better viewed and to make a difference in the competitive market. Sorry, I need a second. Okay, so in a way, so as I said, the connectivity manager, I think it started from one salesperson trying to sell a few boxes of our HotFox product. It was a retail product that we're doing, sending fax over the modems, and someone at a big company, they're doing the first cell phones and tried to figure out if you can use our product to send a fax to a cell phone. And the sales guy came and said, look, these guys are having this problem. It'll be cool if you can help them. And we thought, and look at it and said, well, they need to do these 15 steps to be able to do that, and they should be able. The software should work on that. But again, would that, if they're gonna advertise that solution, would the user will do the 15 steps to be able to send one fax? So I think we took the idea and went to developers and Dave Spelling was involved, and Ali, and we thought, how can we make this easier for them? So why not just building some wizard that they can set the drivers, set their phones, and get some parameters back, and that evolved in a product, in a connectivity product that I don't know, but if you add all the revenue that connectivity product brought to SMIN Micro, I don't know, I don't want to make this up, but I think it could be close to $500 million of revenue over the last 12 years. That, again, just trying to help a customer. That I think it's the spirit we've been successful. There are more examples, but I think that's I don't think we have one great amazing product. We found a solution to a problem, and we went with it as much as we could, and we were very successful at that.
So talk about Bill a little bit. How would you describe Bill to others?
Bill is absolutely a great person from any point of view, business-wise, absolutely, but a great person in general. I don't know what else to say. His spirit of, his knowledge of the business, his technical knowledge, but the way he lead the team. Again, I think again, if we wouldn't have started from him, we wouldn't have this, again, what you call the, in a way, the Smith micro spirit. Again, it's open door, relax in a way, even if it's very challenging. So I think it's pushing the right, right people in the right direction, and overall, it's pretty responsible of or what the company is. It still has a good influence of everyone probably who's hired here. It's a great example. Sorry, he's a great example.
Do you have any fun stories about Bill? Good memories?
Lots of good memories. He's always, again, after we tested for months the software, we give it to Bill to try. He's gonna find a couple of bugs always, and we try to prevent that. But the next product that will get to his sense, he's gonna be able. So he's a great tester. Well, I will hire him as the test engineer.
That's good. So, what's your favorite thing, or is there anything that you just think is great about Smith Micro in general, not specifically the products and the technology, but the company and the culture of the company?
As I said, I kind of went away and talking about that anyway. I think the people really it's an amazing group of people, and again that seems like every time you see an interview, oh my great people, but again it is true that, lots of people in the company will stay long time with the company. That's a proof to that, but also again, as I said, it's not in any book to again, we're going through technologically, fast evolution. Business wise, it's very challenging. You cannot have really people learning something and they're gonna stick with that and be successful. We need to evolve as people, technically, as far as management style and sales techniques, everything. So I think again we're trying to do that, and again, yeah, there are ups and downs, but mainly I believe we're successful in that. Again, everything that we put our minds to and pull in the same direction, I think it was successful.
So ups and downs with colleagues, staff. Do you have any great example of disasters, or someone extremely funny, or someone really weird standing out?
We are kind of in charge of averting disasters, so that's probably everyday work. I don't. There were again a lot of cases where we had to do something in a very limited time, so we pulled together and did it as a company, not only in my department but all over. I don't recall anything specific right now.
No clown in the team.
What's that?
No clowns in the team.
Besides
you.
Besides me, I'm not. Again, there's really great group of people that we have. I can talk about everyone in my team for hours. Their capabilities, their creativity. A thought again. I had to hire a lot of people coming. Growing or trying to find different directions in technology. So, one thing I found that the test engineers are kind of a strange people, or maybe I'm looking for the strange people in the good sense. Again, I think that they have to be also just dual personality, where they have to be able to follow very strict test plan and to not miss a step and be very thorough. But in the same time, you're not going to be able to do this job without being very creative and thinking outside the box. So I think almost all good test engineers have this way of being able to strictly follow a plan and a direction, to very, very strict. But on the other hand, having this creativity side, this enthusiasm, exuberance, but thinking of how else can I test this, or can I break this?
And then you send it off to bed.
Yeah.
So,
Suze, ask a little bit about Marian's hobbies and
yeah. A little bit about
Why?
you, who you are.
No.
So, what do you do when you don't work? You said they're dual personalities, so you're very strict and follow orders here, and then you go home.
No, I wasn't talking about me as a dual person. Although I can do that, To be a good husband, you have to follow directions and to be creative in the same time. Cut. Don't put this in. I have a family. I have a daughter, and she's first grade. It's very challenging, very fun. We go biking, we go mountain hiking. There's lots of things to do, working around the house, but hiking, biking, different outdoor things, electronics, a lot of things.
Do you find that you have a lot of free time even though you have a big responsibility here?
That is a tricky question. Of course not. Who in this world, at this age, will find a lot of free time? No, that's not a good. No, I think the society in general, it's not having a lot of free time. Who says yes, free times? I don't know. I would like to talk to them more, but no, you don't have a lot of free time. But it's right to manage it, to make the most of it, as both work to make the most of it as the hours we are here. And again, there are lots of times in the past, and I know even around different groups that are staying late and working weekends, and we just launched a product for T-Mobile a few weeks ago, and people in my group worked about 4 weekends in a row to part of my team to help the other teams. It's a team synergy, and they spend a lot of hours here to get the job done. So we have a lot of that too. So I don't think it's anyone in this country at this age will complain about too much free time.
How do you inspire your team to work 4 weekends in a row? Is everybody just happily doing
it? They see the goal, they see the end result. I don't have to do too much. I don't think I'm doing too much. Sometimes, again, it's them. It's not. But again, if I need to do something, probably again I'll remind them of the goal. We get this product done. Again, the last product with T-Mobile, we may get a lot of business. Again, we're helping the customer in a way, and we open the possibility of other software to be sold to this customer. We've done that in the past. Again, that's our strength. We've done that with Verizon when we had a product, and that solved one of the problem. But always we've been trying to help them, and by helping them, they came back in a way for more business. And again, I'm trying to help the team see that. But they can do that on their own. They're pretty good at doing that on their own. They're really an amazing group of people to work with.
I only have a few more minutes. So
Okay.
Just a few more questions. If you wouldn't have this job, what would you do instead?
My training, my education. I mean, when I finished the university, I finished geology of all these things. So probably, if I wouldn't have stick with me micro, probably I would have done geology.
Are you planning on staying for another 20 years?
Why only 20? No, I'm planning to stay as much as, again, we maintain this spirit here. If one day, but again, let me say one more thing. It is a good place for many reasons, but again, it's pretty much as good as it gets. I mean, we'd like to have a little bit more, money in the bank and share price, but as far as the company, look, if you are the person looking to work for a startup, you can find a place here. We are, in a way, running some products as startups. Of course, you get the low budget and late nights and weekends work as you do another startup, but the benefits associated with that. If you are the person with like more structured, process-orientated kind of environment, we get that too here, because we have to work. We work with Dell, HP, Verizon, and all the cell phone companies that have, painfully sophisticated processes. you can get into that area. So it's a place where you can pretty much be what you want to be.
I think that's a good end.
Love it.
I didn't have to ask that many questions. You already
All right.
really, you
Hey,
answered
you
some of
were
them without asking.
wonderful.
Yeah, that was really good.